We are now.
Hello, everybody, and welcome. It looks like we are live. It's the 29-minute Hangout. I am really excited tonight because we have a very special guest who's joining us, and so I'm sure we're going to have some great stories to tell. He's going to have some great stories to tell. I'm here with my partner in crime, Chef Katrina, and because we only have 29 minutes, as usual, I'm going to shut up and let her do the housekeeping to begin with, and we'll kick this off and get going with our very special guest, Chris Hussey, and Katrina, I'll let you do the introductions.
Awesome, awesome. Well, super excited about today's 29-minute Hangout. If you guys have been on with us at any time, the rules of engagement are you have the ability to ask our special guests any questions you want as we go throughout this interview process. It is limited to 29 minutes, so not all questions are going to be able to be answered during this Hangout, because I know that Christopher can be long-winded, and I know that Doug can be long-winded. So I am the moderator for this event. We've got the timer going, but without further ado, honestly, I'm going to introduce our guest this evening. Super excited that you came on to hang out with us. This is Christopher Hussey. Amazing internet marketer. He was a former real estate agent, realtor. You were a pro dancer. I know we're going to hear a little bit about that also. But Christopher is just a moving force, is what I'm going to say right now. I've seen him do amazing things, and I do have a question that we're going to be asking you a little bit later, because I want some clarification around you, because I've never asked this question. So without further ado, can you tell us, I guess we're more have an internet marketing kind of a group that follows us. So can you do a quick introduction about yourself and kind of how you fell into the internet marketing world?
Yeah, hey guys. Doug, Katrina, super stoked to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me and the privilege to come hang with you. I was telling someone earlier, June 13th of this year will be my 4-year anniversary in network marketing home business as a whole, so 4 years. I started with my very first company, a very traditional offline company, did very, very well, and when they found out I was marketing online, I actually, a friend of mine suggested I buy the No Excuses Summit DVDs. You guys have probably heard me tell this before. I sat on my couch, I watched them end to end, literally did not move, Coke, potato chips, and No Excuses Summit DVDs for the whole weekend, and that was the beginning. And they politely asked me to leave, and because they didn't want internet marketers, and it kind of went from there. And you know, you go and you hang out with Ray Higdon, and you learn of opportunities, and you kind of go from one thing to the next, and you just kind of make your way until you get invited to Katrina's and Doug's Hangout. I mean, that's how it all started.
That's cool. Christopher, I think your camera kicked out on us, because all I'm seeing is a black screen. Are you seeing anything, Katrina?
No, just a black screen of Christopher not being there. I think he's hiding from us.
Can you hear my beautiful voice?
I can hear your beautiful voice.
I'm sorry about that. Let's keep going. I'll see what I can do to fix it.
Okay. So you sat through it. Wait a minute. So what No Excuses did you sit through the recording of? Because I know that they hand out the recording after the event. Which one?
I believe that it was No Excuses 2. I believe that it was No Excuses 2 because I was the top affiliate the next year at No Excuses 3, and I was a speaker. I was one of the top affiliates, and I was a speaker at No Excuses 3, which was my first industry invitation.
Holy cow, I did not know that.
Yeah, and we're seeing it just fine now.
I went from on the couch watching the DVDs to speaking on stage a year later.
So what transpired? How did that happen?
You know,
what did you do?
I think I didn't do what most people do. Most people want to learn everything about how to do stuff, and I really just jumped into the deep end of the pool and started trying to not drown. And you know, I did have some skills. I'm 43, so I was 39 at the time. You know, so I had some life skills, and I just turned off everything else in my life, and I just really focused on building my business and having some success. So I mean, that's really what happened.
So what were the steps that you took? I mean, when you talk about jumping in with, you know, into the deep end, what were the actions that you were taking?
You know, the thing that really resonated with me because of a past life, and even if I think if people don't have this experience, they should really understand this. People come to you because of two reasons. One, you're providing a value that they currently need, and two, you place yourself in a position of authority. And so I think there's a little tiny story I could tell you that would kind of demonstrate what I did. I was building a company called Solivay, and the way I got to that company, I went to a Ray Higdon event. He was so genuine and so great to me. I won't tell you that story. I'll leave it for another time, but he was so great to me. I went to that event, and in that event, I met someone that I wouldn't have met had I not been there. So if you don't go to events, you don't meet industry people, you don't get opportunity. I'm going to get off of that high horse, but you've heard it before. And so I met this girl who introduced me to Solivay. I was a very early comer in Solivay, and I started making daily videos. And I knew nothing else, but what I did know is I knew there were a lot of people looking for what I had, and I started making daily videos. And at the end of the video, the most important thing I ever did, at the end of every video, I would say, this is my email, and this is my cell phone number. If you have a question, do not hesitate to reach out to me. And because of that little tiny thing, I know a lot of people are talking about, I don't want to talk to people, and I don't want to whatever. Well, you can be broke. It's cool. That little thing, that little thing at the end, my name's Christopher Hussey, this is my email, and this is my cell phone number. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to get in touch with me. I sponsored 50 people. I actually sponsored 180 people, but I sponsored 50 people directly by them calling me from those videos. And that was just the beginning. I mean, it really taught me a lot.
Yeah. And so just to step back just a touch, what were your videos about?
So there's a method, and again, we got 29 minutes. I mean, we could go all night. There's a method called the Interceptor Method. The Interceptor Method. I kind of coined that phrase. I'm sure somebody calls it something else, but there's a method called the Interceptor Method. The Interceptor Method basically says this: people who are interested in something take a certain set of actions. They search a certain way, they go to certain pages, they do a certain set of things. If I can, so someone else has introduced them to the thing. That can be a product, it can be an opportunity, it can be whatever. Someone else has done the initial contact, but they weren't strong enough or they weren't confident enough to close the sale. So the person is now searching for information about something they haven't purchased. And so what you do, the Interceptor Method, is you put your information in front of that person and answer their questions, which gives you a higher authority than the person who introduced them, who couldn't answer the questions that they're looking for the answers to. And by placing yourself in a higher authority, you then immediately get that person to call you to answer additional questions, and you convince them to join your opportunity. So it can be applied to anything. It can be applied to products, opportunities, doesn't matter. So I knew Solivay was hot. It was a hot little launch. And so I put myself in front of people who'd been introduced to Solivay, but hadn't gotten closed into Solivay, and changed the word Solivay to whatever your opportunity is. And if you apply that method, it's very, very effective.
Yeah, that's brilliant. I mean, that's, for anybody that hasn't written that stuff down, then go back and re-listen to what Chris just said, because you have the key to unlock the kingdom right there. That's brilliant.
Well, I mean, even if you're in MLSP or Elite Marketing Pro, or if you're in Amway or Jeunesse or whatever company that it is you're in, there are people searching for that thing who have not yet transacted. They haven't slid their credit card. If you can get yourself in front of their decision-making process and become the authority, they'll buy with you. I mean, it's very simple. You just have to apply it and do it.
Right. Yep. Yeah. And so and there's a whole process that goes into that with keyword research and everything else, knowing what it is that people are looking for. But for anybody that's in a company already, then what Chris just said is absolute gold. If you want to grow your business, and just follow those directions, and you will improve your results, guaranteed. Guaranteed. That's awesome.
The key there, Doug, being most people try to give information and capture leads. If you're broke, give information and ask people to call you. You will quickly get unbroke. I know that's against the grain of the whole internet thing. Don't try to capture the lead. Give information and have somebody call you. If you're not making any money, get on the freaking phone and talk to people, and they'll buy with you.
Yeah, but I guess I would preface that with one thing, because I can tell, just from what we're talking about right now, you're very comfortable with talking to people, and I am too. But for somebody that feels uncomfortable with talking to people, then you need to improve your phone skills. And so, I mean, here's a tip for you. If you are afraid of talking on the phone, go get a job at a call center. You'll hate it, but you'll get good at it really fast.
That's
and you
true.
can work for 2 weeks, you'll get good at it, then you can quit and then go about doing what you were going to do. And you'll get paid to do it.
I'll give you one thing. If you're afraid to talk on the phone, I can give you something that I personally think will stop you from being afraid of talking on the phone, right? So I know we don't have very long, so I'll keep it short. I am long-winded. Katrina's right. When I was sitting at my desk, I had a desk. We had taken all the stuff out of the closet. It was a little tiny room, and I had built a shelf at desk height in the closet, and I would push the chair under the desk and close the closet door so you couldn't tell, and then I'd open the closet doors and pull the chair out, and that was my desk, right? And so I'm sitting at that desk, and I get a phone call, and the guy calls me, and he says, "Hi, my name is blah, blah, blah. I've been watching your videos online, and I need your join link." That was it. I've been watching your videos online, and I need your join link. No question. No, are you going to lead? Are you going to be around? I need your join link. Now, I'd never met him. I wasn't well known in the industry. Nobody knew who I was. "Hi, my name's blah, blah, blah. I've been watching your videos. I need your join link." Now, he wouldn't have done that if I hadn't given him my phone number. So get over it. Just do the thing, and it'll happen for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys, and I know, Christopher, you're a huge phone person in talking to people, and I think the phone is everyone's hang-up, but we talk to people all the time. So I don't understand why the phone is such a big disconnect for people in calling people up and just that fear. Though I did experience myself for a lot of years, but what would be that disconnect? What is that fear of that phone and the other person on it?
I think that people fear that they will do something wrong, and that wrongness will lead to judgment from the person on the other end of the line. And so I think there's really two little things. So let me talk about the first one, the you doing something wrong. Well, there's two sides of that coin. You can only do things right you can only do things right after you do them wrong. So success is predicated on failure. So you have to understand that there is a price to pay for being great, and the faster you do it wrong, the faster you pay the price, the faster you get to greatness, and you're able to buy and have and do and go and be the person that you dream about being. So be wrong faster so that you can be right sooner. And that's one. And then the other thing is, people on the internet are going to resonate with who you are. So you're not going to put out a video and have the president, CEO of some corporation call you speaking in a different manner and tone than you are. That doesn't actually happen. People are going to resonate with who you are, and they're going to contact you based upon a connection that you made within your delivery. So you're actually going to be speaking to someone within a relative sameness of who you are. So there really is no fear of being wrong. So you should pay the price to be great faster and know that that price will be paid with like-minded individuals.
Wow, that was powerful.
Yep, absolutely. Absolutely, yeah, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with it. You'll attract people that, I mean, there's the saying that you are the sum of the five of your closest friends, and you'll attract people that are, like you said, within a relative sameness of who you are. So the better you become, the better people you will attract.
And by the time you attract those better people, you will have qualified your skills to be those better people. It's the journey. Everybody says that, but I don't think they explain it. It is the journey. You're not going to attract who you're not, so you're not going to have conversations and questions from people who you're not, and until you pay the price to talk to those people and be wrong, you're not going to attract the people that make you better. I mean, that's the journey. So start mussing up now.
Yeah.
Matt Barron just coming in. He's like, "Amen, brother."
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's the deal.
Yeah. Matt Barron has been on here before too, and he said the same thing. You've got to talk to people.
That's
Absolutely
the deal, man.
April said that a good book to read is the book called Go for No.
Oh, I used to make every single person who joined my deal who wanted to talk to me, if they called me or sent me, I'd be like, "Have you read Go for No?" They go, "No, I'm reading it next week," and I go, "Call me next week." It's the book.
It is the book.
Yep.
And it's not very thick either. That thing is like tiny.
You can read it in an hour. You can seriously read it in an hour.
Yeah, there's like nothing for that. What is it?
Yep, you can read it in one sitting in what I call the reading room. So.
Yeah, just crazy.
So it's great. Well, you know, I mean, Ray Higdon even said that when he started, he started out his day and he didn't quit till he got 20 no's. That was his goal for the day: get 20 no's.
That's it.
And so if you do that, you're going to mess up sooner or later. You're going to get a yes.
That's it.
So yeah, that's awesome. So.
What do you think is the #1 hang-up most people have when they get online for the first time and they're trying this affiliate marketing and they're trying to figure out how it ties into network marketing? What does that connection actually look like for a newbie getting online? They're coming in, they're a network marketer, they're really excited, they want to grow their business, they find out something about like attraction marketing or internet marketing, and they love the concept, but they're not able to put it together. What would be your suggestion for that?
You know, I think there's a lot of answers to that question. One would be you have to very quickly learn that network marketing and affiliate marketing are not the same thing. They don't have anything to do with each other. They are very different perspectives on the same thing, which is moving product.
Okay.
So the only semblance that they have is they move product. They are two very different approaches to moving product. Don't let them cross and do the same thing, because they're not. They're two different skill sets. And then the other thing that I think people, including me, the mistake that they make very, very early on, and I don't know how we make this mistake, because every single guru on the planet says this, and no frickin' body, including me, listens. If you do not have an autoresponder and you're not building your list, you're not in business. Let me say it again. If you do not have an autoresponder and you are not building your list, you are not in business. It doesn't matter if you're in network marketing or affiliate marketing. That's the most important piece. There's 1,000 other ancillary deals around that little chunk, but that's the chunk. And the sooner you start building your list, the sooner you understand the value of your relationship with that list, the sooner you understand communicating effectively in a sales way to get transactions with that list, the faster you're going to be successful.
Amen.
I think that's a huge understanding or recognition, for people to make, and it's not just for internet marketers, but even for people that have a brick and mortar business. If they're not capturing the names and contact information for their current customers, they have a temporary business. It's barely, they have a business because they invest a lot of money, but the real business is their list of customers.
Here's a way to say this that I think will resonate with people. It's the network marketing business. It's the affiliate marketing business. It's the pizza business. It's the car sales business. What they have in common is two things. They're businesses, and they don't exist without customers. So if you're in the network marketing business or the affiliate marketing business, you must first develop a list of customers that will serve and support your return on investment. It's business. Don't think just because we use the computer that it ain't business, because it's business.
That's right. It's totally business, and there's only 3 ways you can grow your business, and that's to get your to get new customers to buy something from you, to get your existing customers to buy more often, or to get your current customers spending more when they come in. There's no other way to increase your income.
So a question came up in one of the communities that I'm moderating for, and it was like so you talk about an email autoresponder or building your list, and they had written their first email welcoming them in, and then they expected that the system itself would do all the follow-up for them. And kind of wondering why they weren't making those conversions or those sales. So what would be your feedback on that?
Do you want the truth?
Yeah, absolutely.
The real truth and nothing but the truth?
Throw it out there. This is what it's all about. It's 29 minutes of truth.
Let me ask you a question.
Sure.
If I had a follow-up series that converted sales on a ratio of every time I put 100 people in, I would make $50, right? And and I was actually in profit $50, right? If I really had that system, okay, wouldn't I be focused on scaling up the customers of that system instead of selling you a tool that was based on you? Because you are the factor that I can't control.
Right.
You are the factor. Here's the issue with our community, and this is Christopher. I got the invitation to be interviewed. I can say whatever I want. Here's the issue. Everybody's looking for a quick buck. Instead of using frickin' common sense, pick a company that has longevity, right? If you're going to be in network marketing, pick a company that has longevity. Why are you jumping from startup to startup? You're hitting on a head here, Katrina.
Go.
Stay with me. All right. The reason you want to make money, if you're like me, is because you have a family and you have an obligation to supply a lifestyle to that family. So let me transcribe something for you. Jumping from company to company and standing at the beginning of the craps table in Vegas while throwing your dice on some crappy CEO who has had nothing in his life done properly before, you are placing the car you drive, the food you eat, the house you live in on rolling the dice in Vegas. Or you could choose a company that has a great track record and a great comp plan that might actually build a little slower, but stay with that company, stay there, pay the price, fail faster so you can have more success and dig in and build a career instead of jumping from thing to thing to thing to thing to thing. I did a coaching session with a friend of mine a couple years ago. And I asked her this question. This is the first question. I said, how many companies are you in? She was in six companies. She was paying $485 a month to stay in 6 companies, hadn't made a penny in all of them. That is the definition of the BS that's going on in our industry, and it's predatory with people in our industry because they know that you make those crappy decisions, so they're just suited and absolutely fine to take your money while you're making crappy decisions about your family. Sorry. I just had to get that out.
No, but you're dead on with that. That's like truth and honesty, hardcore Christopher Hussey style.
I mean, there's a program going right now that pisses me off to no end. I hope that doesn't make anybody mad. I joined the program. I bought $200 worth of their traffic, ran that $200 worth of their traffic to their own capture page, captured 15 leads that didn't convert. And there's big leaders out there selling that crap to people because you're opportunity seekers, you're not workers actually with a goal and a dream who are committed to making your dreams come true. And until you change that mentality, everybody and their brother are going to keep taking advantage of you and your family.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, kind of the way I look at it is if you get in this and your sole goal is just to make money, you won't make any money. If your goal is to provide a service or a product to people that's going to help others, then you'll benefit from doing that. So if you put your focus on providing a service that others need, it's going to provide a benefit to them, then you're going to do you'll do just fine. But it's not going to come quick. It's not just, you can't snap your fingers and expect it to come overnight. And so, yeah, totally right on. I totally agree with everything you said.
You can have you can have really fast success, but you can't have really fast success thinking small. You can have really, really fast success, but if you're going to have fast success, you got to contact 100 people a day. You can't ask how to contact 100 people a day. I know that sounds very weird. You just have to contact 100 people a day. You know, we all have Facebook friends. Everybody talks about their cell phone, but they're afraid to call their next door neighbor. You know, if you want fast success, you got to pay the price. You were going to say something, Katrina. I jumped in there.
No, I totally sidetracked you. You totally made perfect sense, though.
Sorry.
No, everyone's like, it's truth. They're like, amen. I mean, you're getting like raves on the side over here. Everyone's just like, woohoo! You know, arms up in the air and screaming over here.
Yeah, we're getting down to the wire. I got to throw this question out because I try to do this every week.
Oh goodness.
And so I want you to tell us something about Christopher Hussey that no one else knows about.
Oh goodness. Okay, so I'll tell you. I know we're winding down here. So I was in Okinawa, Japan, and I was a United States Marine. I was in Okinawa, Japan, and I actually sing country music. I sing and write country music, and I grew up a hillbilly country boy, and I was the lead singer in a country band in Japan, in Okinawa, called the Lone Star Country Blues Band. It was a 15-piece country blues band. We used to travel around. If you've never been to Japan, they love American country music. It's a thing. Like seriously, they do. And so we played around Japan, and one day we were playing a Harley festival. Yes, there's Harleys in Japan. We were playing a Harley festival, and my drummer Marcy came up to me and he said, "Dude, what's the matter with your neck?" And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Dude, go to the bathroom, look at your neck." So I go to the bathroom, I look at my neck, and I had this like softball-sized thing on my neck, and I said, "Are you feeling okay?" I said, "I feel fine." And so we do the show, and I go to the hospital after that, and I was diagnosed with cancer, and I had Hodgkin's lymphoma. That was on a Sunday. I got the diagnosis on Monday. I was back in the United States on Wednesday, and I had 9 months of chemotherapy. And I'll end with this because I know we got to get out of here. But what that taught me is it led to who I am in my life, which is I'm a vagabond and I just go for it. And what that taught me is you can be great on Saturday and life can suck on Sunday, so you better have a great Saturday.
Awesome. Awesome philosophy. I love that. I love that. Well, Katrina, I'll let you wrap up the show. I think we're down to the final 90 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever.
Yeah, they're asking if you're going to karaoke at No Excuses or do a dance-off.
If you get me drunk, I'll probably sing naked while dancing on a table. I'll just go for it.
Wow, that could be a No Excuses first experience ever. That's definitely something we will have to. Matt wants to know if you'll do a is that a flamingo?
Flamenco. Matt, I will do a flamenco demo, but only if you play the part of the girl.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. The challenge has been thrown out. All right, so Christopher, real quick, we got about 60 seconds left to wrap up here. Where can people find you online? Where can they connect with you?
Oh my goodness. You can go to my website, ChristopherHussey.com. Or you can go to my company site, which is called marketingwithmasters.com. Either one of those will, in some roundabout crazy way, lead you to me, and I'm really pretty easy to find on Facebook. So.
Yeah, and if you guys can get to marketing, it's Marketing Masters, right?
Marketingwithmasters.com.
Marketingwithmasters.com. That's his podcast where he interviews some of the elite on there also. So it's a good one to plug into for that podcast that he does. It's awesome and amazing, and I highly recommend it. So, yeah, fantastic. All right, so we're going to wrap this up, guys. Thank you so much for joining us on the 29-minute Hangout with my special guest, Christopher Hussey. Doug, thank you so much for jumping in there and asking the hard questions.
Christopher, thank you. That was awesome tonight. So
thank you, sir.
All right, so stick around for just a moment, Christopher, if you will. You guys can catch the replay on our Google Plus page at the Elite Marketing Chefs. You can also check us out on iTunes at look for the 29-minute Hangout, and you'll catch us on there for the replays. Hope you guys are having a great day, and we'll see you guys next week for our other special guest that we will let you guys know more about later. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Bye.